Alright, YouTube, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be going over how to calculate the ATR just like TradingView. So that way, when we're looking at this, look at this number over here. It says 118.70. If we come down here to my ATR that I've gone from PineScript to Python, you can see here that it says 118.70. And then we will learn how to plot the ATR because this does not have its candles instead of source, and then we'll do this, and you'll be able to see here that we'll have the ATR looking exactly like it does on TradingView. If we come back over here, you guys will be able to see that it basically looks exactly the same as on TradingView. So after we do all that, I'm going to show you guys this backtester that I've built where you can go through and you can download the candles. Then you can set some settings about stop loss. I'm going to explain all this stuff towards the end of the video, and then you'll be able to backtest it, get some results, then get the results exactly of every single trade, of every single take profit, of all of the different things you can see here. You got your cumulative P&L here, and then you got every single trade in database form. And when you're done with that, you can also backtest. I see here 30 million candles in 3 minutes. Unbelievable, unbelievable speed. And you can also get a log of every single thing that is happening here. It shows you everything, so that way you are up to date with what's going on with your strategy. You can even watch a candle by candle replay of everything that happened as well. Then when you're done with all that and you're like, hey, I'm ready to go to market with my strategy, well, we've got that covered for you right here. So watch over on Binance. If I just click this, boom, you can see that we are ready to go over there. Same thing with Bybit and some other exchanges as well. Again, I'm going to be going over all of this at the end of the video. And also, a lot of people have been asking me to help them with their strategy or help build their strategy. And so I'm also offering that for free, possibly. So if you guys are interested in that, I'll tell you about that towards the end of the video. But the quick and dirty is follow me on Twitter, follow me on YouTube, make a comment on this video, and then message me on Discord or Telegram letting me know that you did all of those things. And we can set you up for a free consultation. All right, so the way this is going to work for the ATR is we're first going to have to check this out. And again, I'm going to explain a lot more of that towards the end of the video, everything that I just explained. So the first thing is the function of the ATR returns the RMA, which is, we've already gone over that in one of my previous videos. So if you guys haven't, you guys can check that out because we're not going to be going over that. But if you look here, we've got this RMA, which is also attached to the RSI. If I go over here, we got the RMA. Maybe it's probably better to look at it like this. We got the RMA, the RSI. So just go to the YouTube channel and search for RMA. Okay, so the true range is the max of the high minus the low, absolute value of high minus the previous close, and the absolute value of the low minus the previous close. And so what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and take our talents over to the actual Python here. And the first thing that you're going to need to do is have pip installed Numpy, Pandas, and Plotly. Then after we do all of that, you're going to import NumPy as NP, import Pandas as PD, and import plotly.graphObjects as Go. So those are the things that you're going to need. And then here we have, you're going to also need to be able to download some candles. Now, again, I have my backtester that I've built that also has the ability to download candles. And I've also made a video on that, so you guys can check that out after this video if you'd like. Or again, you guys can go down below, go to the all my links thing, and then on here you have the GitHub where you can use this library. It's completely for free, it's open source, and you can download the candles that way. Okay, but the way I have my candles downloaded is once you get everything downloaded, then if we put this like this, you'll see that it's timestamp, open, high, low, close, volume. That's the way I have my candles. So now, I guess you got to pause, go watch whatever you got to watch, go grab whatever you've got to grab. But we should all be at the same place right now, so now we can start to create the ATR. And so what we will need to do here is we're going to need to get the high and the low and the previous close of the candles here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to say high equals candles. And for me, the high is 0, 1, 2, so it's 2, but I'm going to do candle body type dot high. And I'm just going to import this because, again, I've made this that way. It's just a lot easier instead of just typing the number 4. So I'm going to import that and make sure that this works. Then I'm going to move my phone so we don't hear those loud notifications. So then the next thing that we'll do is we're going to get the low equals candles and candle body type dot low. So all this is basically doing here, the way I have this set up, is it's just going to return a number. So the low is 3, which is 0, 1, 2, 3. So instead of just typing 3, it's a lot easier to see that, okay, I'm getting the high, okay, I'm getting the low. That's the way I have my stuff set up. So now we're going to need to get the previous close equals np.roll. Then we're going to say close, because I have saved the close already up here, which I probably should just go ahead and move down here. Candle body type close. Let's run that. That's going to give us an error, but it's okay. And then we're going to say 1. So all we're doing is rolling everything from the close to the next one. And then that means that we have to previous close 0 equals np.nan. Okay, so we have everything here set up. Let's just do the previous close to show you guys. Why is this not working? Previous close 5. So you see here it's nan, this, and this. If we do the close and we do 5, you'll see here that all we've done is taken this and shifted it over. So we've taken this whole entire thing and just shifted it over to the right. So that way we have this previous close, okay? So again, all we've done, taken our candles, stored our high values in an array high, variable high, our candle lows and low, close, close, previous close, inside of previous close. So that's what we've done so far. So now we have to get the true range. And so what is the thing that we have to do here that PineScript says to do? Well, it says that the true range is the max of high minus low and the absolute of high minus close and the absolute of high minus close or low minus close, previous close. So basically we have to get the max of this and then get the max of the result of this. So I did an absolutely unbelievably terrible job at explaining that. So let's just go ahead and start over here. So we're going to do np.maximum and we're going to do high minus low. And we're also going to do the absolute, np.absolute of high minus previous close. Okay? And we're going to get the maximum of that. We got to do this. There we go. Okay, so what we've done is we're first going to subtract high minus low. And you'll see that all we're doing is just subtracting those two values, and you get this gigantic array here. Then we're going to say, give me the maximum of compare this first one with this first element like this. So we're going to compare and nan and this. And so the maximum is going to be nan. The reason why it's nan is because anytime you compare nan or whatever it is, it's just going to be nan because it's not a value, right? So then the next one we have 217. So here we have 180, 217. So 217 is higher, so it's going to return the maximum value of that, okay? So far we're all on the same page. Then, after we do that, it says that we have to compare now the absolute value of, so we're basically just trying to find the maximum of either high minus low, the absolute value of high minus the previous close, or the absolute value of low minus the previous close. That's all we're doing. And we're getting the maximum of all of that stuff, okay? So the way it works in the code is basically we get this, and then we're going to wrap all of that in another maximum. So we'll do low minus previous close. we're going to wrap that in np.absolute. And so now this whole thing is going to be wrapped in np.maximum. Maximum. Right? So we get the maximum of this, and then we're going to compare that maximum to this, the absolute value of low minus previous close, and we're going to get the maximum of that. Okay? So we're wrapping maximums and maximums inside of maximums. And here we will get the final result. So again, basically just think about, we get this, then we get the absolute value of this, and then we get the absolute value of this. And we just basically see, out of all three of these things, what is the biggest one? That's it. That's all we're doing here. And that is what is going to be the true range, okay? So we will delete all of this right here. So this is what we need, okay? And that's our true range. So the next thing that we need to do, oh wait, well, let's go ahead and save this as true range equals this. Okay, so now, as we know, the next thing that we need to do after we get the true range is to apply the RMA to it, okay? And so I have my indicators here, the RMA. Let's check this out. So let's go over here and we'll check this out right here. So as you guys can see, with the RMA, you just have this alpha equals 1 divided by length. New length is, this is the way I get rid of the NaN values because Tradingview doesn't like NaN values. Then we create an empty RMA variable that's an np.array. We store this, and then we just loop through and we grab the previous RMA and we do all of these calculations here. Then we return our RMA. Okay, the reason why I'm not explaining it, again, I've already made a video on that. So if you need the explanation or you just want to pause it here and take a screenshot of this or whatever it is, because you're going to need the RMA, obviously, then go ahead and do whatever you need to do and then come back to this video. But we're going to come over here and we're just basically going to feed the true range through the RMA. And so we're going to say ATR equals, well, we're not going to do that. We're just going to say RMA, well, TV. I guess I have to import that. And we'll go ahead and import that up here. All right, so RMA, and we're going to say our source is going to be the true range, and our length is going to be, what did we say the length was on this up here? 14. All right. So this is going to be 14. And now that we've applied our RMA to the true range in length 14, you remember this number? 118.7, and then we have 110.71. So let's go ahead and double check on that. 118.70, 110.71. And so now we have exactly what it is that we need for our ATR. And so the next thing that we'd have to do is we're going to have to go ahead and plot this thing. So you're also going to need, when we go to make subplots, let's see if this is actually going to work. So you're going to need to do from plotly.subplots import make subplots. Okay? You're going to need that because we're going to have to make some subplots here. All right. So let's go down to the ATR here. All right. So let's go back over here and let's go ahead and import from plotly.subplots import make subplots. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about how we're going to do this. So we're going to get the date time. I'm just going to copy, since I've already done it over here. So the very first thing that you'll need to do is this. We need to turn the date, the timestamps into date times. So what does this do? This. We turn our timestamps from milliseconds into human readable date times. Then the next thing that we need to do, create our figure, right? And so here we'd have ATR. And so, what does this do? We're making our subplots. We're creating the column. So our calls is going to be 1. We're going to only have 1 column. And then our rows is going to be 2 because we're going to have candles. And we're going to have our ATR just like on Tradingview. Then our shared x-axis is true. Subplot titles is going to be candles and ATR. Our row height is going to be 0.6 and 0.4. I'm just dividing it up by 60% and 40%. And the vertical spacing is going to be 0.1. And the next thing that we'll have to do is we're going to have to add a trace, right? And so to add a trace, fig.add trace. Then we have our go.candlestick. And again, you guys should be possibly familiar right now or how to actually do this. So again, we're just doing the x-axis is going to be the date times. Then we have very straightforward open, high, low, close. And then the name is going to be candles. And here's the important part right here. You want to assign the candles to column 1 and row 1. Okay, so that's going to give us our first little section, just like how Tradingview has it. So think of it like this. This is just one gigantic column. Then row 1 is this, and row 2 is going to be this. So we're assigning the candles to row 1. And so now we have to add the ATR. So we're going to do this. All right, and this is going to just be called ATR, and then this is going to be called ATR. And then the indicator name, we'll call it ATR. And then the indicator color, we'll just say it's going to be red. Okay. And so we have our scatter plot, date times, ATR is going to be our y-axis, and so on and so on. And then the final things that we will need to do is update the layout and then show the figure. And so once we do that, we have our ATR looking exactly as it does on Tradingview. So let's go ahead and just make sure that we double check on that. Everything is looking the exact same. I just got to figure out how much. Okay. There we go. And then like this. So they basically look exactly the same. Well, that's because they are. And so, yeah. So now that we've done all that, like I said earlier, we'll go ahead and explain a little bit about what's going on here. So the idea of the backtester is you can backtest tons of stuff using what I would call this nitro booster, right? We have this nitro booster, which is going to boost the speed of your backtest by like literally 100 times faster than just using regular Python code, which is, your standard pandas and all this other stuff that just makes it go super slow. Here we're using vectors and numpy in order to make it go extremely fast, and then applying a special little sauce to it to make it go extremely fast, because this would take probably like 80 hours. I'm not even kidding you, to do something like this. So then once you're done with that, you can get this. This is in 2 steps. One is just you're testing your idea on a whole bunch of different possible settings. Here we got 12,000 different possible settings. And here we're filtering it out up here with this backtester. We're filtering out some stuff that anything that didn't make any gains, we're filtering it out. And so here you come down here, you can see your total trades, your wins, your losses, your gains percentage, your win rate, and then most importantly, your QF score, which is going to basically tell you how straight to the upside it is, which means the higher the QF score, the less drawdown you have. And so here it tells you your fees paid, your total P&L, and your any equity, which is pretty insane that the fees paid is unbelievable. And and then like I said, when you're done with that, you can come over, and if you wanted to see, let's say like an individual, this is where you'd put in like 4 and 1972, right? So here we're basically run a smaller version of this, so you can see here we have indicator settings and dynamic indicator settings 0 and 2. So you plug that into here. This is the order records, which will tell you exactly where you took your trades. Everything. You can see your stopped out, you get your move, your stop loss, your take profits. Then this shows you your cumulative P&L. This is why I was saying the QF score is so important, because it measures how straight to the upside, like this. Straight and diagonal do you go. And then here you can see a database of everything that happened. Your move, your stop loss, your entries filled, your take profits filled, your stop losses filled. And then again, you can come up here. You can see it actually happen live. If you wanted to see exactly what was happening, every single candle, candle by candle replay. And then again, when you're done, we've got connections to a bunch of different exchanges. This is Mufex, which is my preferred decentralized exchange. You guys can check those out if you go to the all my links. You can check out the decentralized exchanges here. Mufex is my preferred one. I got some links for Bybit and Binance. Again, some of these are offering a certain % off your fees or a specific amount of money if you deposit. So make sure you guys check out, take advantage of those. And then also have a VPN for you to use or whenever you need to use it. Again, for legal reasons, I guess, don't use it. Don't use a VPN when the terms and conditions say not to or your country says not to. Other than that, but that's just me saying that you guys can do whatever the hell you want to do. And so, yeah, like I said, if you want, you guys can go ahead and just place your trades. Like if I have Mufex open up here, let's see, we'll just go ahead and place this trade on the test net here. And let's go ahead and refresh the screen. And we should see that it is actually going to show up here. So now you guys can see that we are in a trade. And let's see if we can add to that. Yep, you can see there we added to it. And so everything works like that. And like I said, I'm also offering, if you guys need help with your strategy or need me to make your strategy or whatever it is, let me know. Just put a comment on this video, follow me on Twitter, and then join the Discord. Everything is in all my links. Join the Discord or the Telegram, letting me know you did both, letting me know which YouTube video that you commented on, and what your Twitter name is. And I'll check to make sure that those things are accurate, and then we can set up a time for a free consultation. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.